All right, gang, tonight I am going to be watching Beauty and the Beast.
This is where the wealthy and the powerful rule. It is her world, a world apart from mine. Her name is Catherine.
No, not that one, not that one. The other one.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, not that version, the other version. That one.
Think of the one thing you've always wanted. Now find it in your mind's eye and feel it in your heart.
Yeah, that's it. All right, gang, I just got out of Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Come into the light.
Clearly the greatest movie involving interspecies love and Stockholm Syndrome ever created.
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined.
Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the live action film, is of course a remake of the classic and iconic early 1990s Disney animated film of the same name. And of course that was the film that remains to this day the only animated film to be nominated for Best Picture, which eventually several years later led to the creation of a Best Animated Film category at the Academy Awards. Before I really can talk about the live action film, one thing I have to get off my chest is that I really don't like remakes in any way, shape, or form.
No!
I think it's really the height of artistic and creative lethargy and laziness, and I think it really lacks ingenuity, and I think it really just shows Hollywood sort of going to the well for original content and original ideas. Growing up, I always considered Disney a trailblazing innovator when it came to the movies, and lately they've gotten into this really alarming trend of adapting a lot of animated films from their catalog. Films like Cinderella come to mind, and Jungle Book. And in sort of a way, Pete's Dragon, although that was sort of originally a live action and animated film combined back in the 1970s. And then of course we got Beauty and the Beast. And let's be really frank and honest, these are not films that Disney is making to really push the creative envelope. These are films that are really safe, achingly safe, and pedestrian. And it's really riffing on audience nostalgia for these classic animated films.
That's the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard.
But the one thing that really, I guess, I find so deeply conflicting about reviewing them is that, yeah, there have been some that I've actually kind of liked. I mean, I did like Cinderella. I really quite admired The Jungle Book. I thought Pete's Dragon was actually one of the best remakes of recent memory, and I think it's still indicative of the best Disney remake of the last several years. And I think Beauty and the Beast, sadly, is on a lesser scale and a lesser value than those other remakes. And for the most part, I don't really think I have to delve into the overall story of the 90s Beauty and the Beast animated film, because I think it's pretty slavishly preserved in this film.
My dear Belle, you're so ahead of your time. This is a small village.
It doesn't really seem interested in taking the underlying premise and the underlying story in any new direction.
I will escape, I promise.
Look, a girl.
Who said that?
Hello.
and it preserves most of the characters, most of the character beats, most of the thematic undercurrents of the original film. It's all preserved here in a nice, neatly wrapped package.
You have to help me.
As only Disney could make.
Think of the one things you've always wanted. Now find it in your mind's eye and feel it in your heart.
You know, the film has a really sumptuous production design. I think the costumes look rich and detailed. I like the attention to period decor in the film.
Rising in the east.
Although I will say that I don't think it looks as lush and extravagant as Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella from a few years back.
Give a pot up and be proud, cause her head's up on some cloud. But tonight she's a party girl that's fair.
Speaking of that, I think there are times where the visual effects in this film sort of betray themselves. The Beast in Beauty and the Beast is rendered as a computer-generated creation, and you know what? At times, it's pretty phony looking, I gotta say.
When we touched, she didn't shudder at my paw. No, it can't be. I'll just ignore. But then she's never looked at me that way before.
What's really ultimately disappointing is that they were originally opting to use the actor, Dan Stevens, in makeup, and then they went instead for computer-generated animation, and I think that was really a mistake because he looks really artificial looking in this film, and compared to the bravura and masterful CG visual effects in The Jungle Book from last year, this is an incredible step down in quality. And, and you know what, when you have you know, the main character Belle, played by Emma Watson, standing opposite of this fake-looking creature, I mean, I think it really sort of hurts their budding romance and their budding relationship. I mean,
Have you really read every one of these books?
Some of them are in Greek.
True as a
I mean, throughout every waking moment of the film where the Beast and Belle occupy the same space, I was really taken out of the film because he just looked distractingly bogus.
No way.
Emma Watson is an appealing young actress. I think she brings like a lovely screen presence to the film. I don't think she really has particularly a lot of range as a performer and a lot of range as an actress.
There goes the baker with his tray, like always. The same old bread and rolls to some. Every morning just the same, since the morning that we came.
But I thought her performance was a little flat at times, and I think it just it lacked a little bit of charm and charisma.
Want to see me do a trick?
You know, considering the fact that this film is, you know, set in French towns and French villages and involves French characters, there is an alarming number of American, British, and Scottish actors playing French character where there are no French actors available for these sizable parts.
You are the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Nobody deserves you.
You know, for as much as I like Ewan McGregor as a performer, it's like you're really stuck on the fact that he's a non-French actor doing a really kind of a bad French accent playing this character, and that was also kind of distracting.
Look at her. What if she is the one? The one who'll break the spell?
You had other great character actors like Emma Thompson, and you also had Ian McKellen, and you also had Kevin Kline. Kevin Kline in particular, he plays Belle's father. Like, I don't know, is he trying to be French? Is he trying to be British? He has this weird accent in the film that I can't quite nail down. Also, the direction by Bill Condon is also kind of flat, and it lacks a lot of stylistic flavor at times. He, of course, directed Chicago, which was, you know, I still consider to this day one of the worst films ever to win Best Picture, and of course that was that 2002 musical. And of course he also directed Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. No! Why didn't the marketing campaign for Beauty and the Beast say, from the directorial visionary of Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2? I don't know. You know, he just doesn't really bring a lot of energetic panache to the music and the song and dance numbers in this film. And of course this film is littered with song and dance numbers because, again, it's appropriating all of the classic song and dance numbers from the 1990s animated film.
Slick as Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston. No one's next as incredibly thick as Gaston.
Again, they're lovingly preserved, and they have spunk, but Condon's direction is just sort of, I think it's a little too measured and it's a little too workmanlike. I feel like I'm dumping on the film a lot. Like, I think it's a well-packaged piece of, again, audience placating entertainment. I think people that are huge fans of the Beauty and the Beast original film, I think they're gonna walk away loving this movie. I think people that are fans of musicals will probably come out of it enjoying it. I guess I'm growing really despondent and really tired with all of these Disney remakes. You know, they're set to do more in the coming years, and I just want to let out a big whimpering sigh, because I want Disney, you know, to be the leaders in innovation. I want to see them doing new stuff. That's what I want to see. I guess my big fear that Disney right now is serving up a new generation of film goers, especially young ones, sort of regurgitated stale leftovers from years past in repackaged form, instead of serving them up new fine cuisines to savor. And I think, unfortunately, that sullens my mood going into all these remakes, and I kind of left Beauty and the Beast feeling really indifferent about it. I certainly didn't hate it. There's things in it that I admired. Anyway, I just simply wasn't taken in with the film on any level. So there you go. There's my review of Beauty and the Beast. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. Also, let me know in the comments below what you think of Disney's latest trend of doing live-action adaptations of their animated films.
No! No!
Thank you very much for watching. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, that would mean the absolute world to me. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.